In this next tutorial for Strat-O-Matic Football, I'm going to show you some additional strategies and some additional rules. So first thing, I'm going to show you the components included in the newest sets. So with the new board, I added a sticker showing the middle linebacker double teaming the tight end. Also in the play selectors, added a space for draw plays for the halfback and fullback. So for play calling rules, if you're inside the 20-yard line, may not call a long pass, and if you're inside the 10-yard line, you may not call a long pass nor a flat pass. Also, the rules suggest that a player may not exceed the longest rush or reception, with one exception. If a player's longest rush or reception was a touchdown of 30 yards or more, he may exceed the longest rush or reception. Okay, now we're going to talk about the draw play, which is a disguised run initially looking like a pass play. You must select draw line buck or draw off tackle. You may have to put marks on the play selector to designate this. Now if the defense guesses pass, you must remove all linebackers in the line of scrimmage from play. And of course you'd look at the wrong column on the running back's card. However, if the defense guesses run, the running back is keyed, even if the wrong running back is keyed. Also read maximum linebackers and defensive card. If linebacker in zone and there are no linebackers, revert to 0 linebacker column. Can't use this inside the 10-yard line, and the linebacker run containment rules still apply. Next we're going to talk about shotgun and pistol offenses, which is used for obvious passing downs. For both of these, we decrease each defensive player's pass rush rating by 1. Only a pistol quarterback designated on the card can use the pistol offense. Most quarterbacks are not pistol designated and can only use shotgun. In these offenses, the quarterback lines up 5 yards behind the center, giving quarterback more time to visualize the defense. Now for the shotgun, the only runs allowed are line bucks, running back, quarterback, line buck draw plays for the running back and quarterback end runs. With the pistol offense, all runs are allowed except for end runs by a running back. Okay, now we're going to talk about the yards after catch. Every receiver has a YAC rating, yards after catch, on the top right corner of the card. So, and this happens in flat and look-in pass. So let's say we roll the dice, 7 right for a flat pass. Now if you're using YAC, look at the parentheses, so 7 would be a +2. Then we look at the YAC rating of DeAndre Swift, which is a B. And then the X chart, that's where the yards after catch chart is. So we roll the dice, and it's a 6. So a 2-yard pass and a 6 on the B rating is a 0. So this would only be a 2-yard gain. So we'll move the football 2 yards and move the timer 30 seconds. And that's how YAC works. Okay, now we're going to talk about linebacker run containment. This is designed to deter the offense from calling runs on 3rd down passing situations. This applies to 3rd and 4th down and 5 or more yards needed for the first down. Okay, for example, it's 3rd and 6. We're going to do an off tackle to Tony Pollard. 11, offense wrong, and that would be a 21-yard gain. However, if the linebacker is on his position, in his normal position, a possible run containment may occur. However, if he wasn't in position, the result would be a 21-yard gain. Let's look at the containment. He's a 0 pass defense, but we have to look at the run defense. And the run defense of the middle linebacker is a 5. So we look at the run containment chart and we see defensive rating 4 or 5. A 1 or 2 is a successful run containment. And there was a 1 rolled, and that would also determine how many yards short of the first down he is. So he'd be short of the first down by 1 yard. Okay, there's also a strong safety flat pass containment. The offense calls a flat pass and it's 3rd or 4th and 5 or more yards needed for a first down. Use a strong safety's run defense rating. In this case, the second number for the strong safety Kevin Byard is a 6. So that automatically results in a successful run containment, as you can see on the chart. And again, the white dice will determine how many yards short of the first down the offense is. Alright, now we're going to talk about the square symbols found on the defensive cards. If the symbol square follows a run and a linebacker or free safety is not playing behind the attack area, an additional 10-yard gain results. Here we have an end run, 8 plus 2 with a square. So here we have the linebacker playing behind the attack zones. That would be a 2-yard gain. However, if the linebacker was not on the attack zone, that would be a 2 plus 10 yard, a 12-yard gain. In the next tutorials, we'll be talking about offense and defensive formations.